From analyzing the most marketable brands to covering luxury lifestyles and business strategies, we've got the motivation you need right here. The PR branding question of the day is, will Karen Civil's fraud allegations tarnish her hip-hop influencer brand? Let's find out. In case you don't know who she is, Karen Civil is a well-known social media influencer in the hip-hop music industry who at times dabbled in politics by being a speaker at a Hillary Clinton event, as well as various fundraisers for nonprofits. According to her website, she is also a self-described public relations and digital marketing consultant, public speaker, music producer, among other things. At 36 years old, she has successfully did well for herself, having started her media career by creating fan websites for music groups like the Backstreet Boys while still in high school. The fan websites led her deeper into the music business, particularly hip-hop, where she landed a gig at Asylum Records and radio station Hot 97 with DJ Funkmaster Flex. Her big break came when she created a fan website for legendary rapper Lil Wayne, which helped him exchange letters with his fans while he was doing time at notorious Rikers Island in New York in 2010. A few years later, she became a digital marketing manager for Beats by Dre, and her career in the marketing and networking space took off. Those were the good old days for her, when her name was not tarnished by a series of escalating controversies that has culminated with some very damning allegations this week from hip-hop music artists and even a nonprofit in Haiti. And that brings us to this video. Personally, although I briefly heard of her here and there, she didn't really get on my radar until these brand-damaging PR nightmare scandals started hitting my social media timelines. The rapper Joyner Lucas alleged that he paid Karen $60,000 to essentially have her plug him into her influential network to get his music career to the next level. Long story short, he says that once she got his money, she ghosted him. I first heard about this story on the O'Shea Duke Jackson YouTube channel, where he noted that she also was alleged to have done similar acts of fraud against other black men, including 2000s era rapper Cameron. Now, I definitely remember the Cameron allegation a few years ago, and black women called him a hater of sisters back then. Ironically, the amount of money Cameron said he lost to her was the exact same amount. Others have come forward with similar claims, though I won't have time to detail those. But one scandal that might do serious PR damage is the allegation that a nonprofit in Haiti called Sow a Seed entered an arrangement with Karen where she was supposed to donate $41,000 in exchange for being their ambassador to help promote the organization's playground project and a related school. Instead, Ms. Civil only paid $1,500 and hijacked the event for her own public relations benefit, according to their allegation. In another case, she is alleged to have hired a teenage hacker to take down an entertainment industry website called Hollywood Unlocked after the site posted a damning allegation by Love and Hip Hop star James R. He claims Ms. Civil robbed him of $17,000. In yet another case involving yet another Love and Hip Hop star, Jessie Woo, Karen is accused of faking an elaborate extortion scheme against Jessie. Long story short, Ms. Civil allegedly fabricated a company out of thin air to gather very personal information about Jessie's private life. Karen then made a damning video about Jessie in order to extort $3 million from her, according to a lawsuit by Jessie against Karen. Ooh-wee. And to top that off, she even ghosted that hacker, and now he's mad at her. As I read many of the comments across several social media pages regarding these ugly allegations against Karen Civil, one theme kept popping up. Some black folks said this is why they don't like dealing with black businesses, especially in the entertainment industry. While I share their concern about the very shady, unprofessional business practices of the industry, I must say that there are many excellent black businesses out there, and we can't let a few bad apples spoil it for the rest. The real problem here is that in the court of public opinion, Karen Civil is presumably guilty of some very unethical behavior. As someone who calls herself a public relations and market branding expert, I have to say her responses to the allegations tells me that she might not be either one of these. At best, she is a social media influencer and music industry networking consultant, but public relations strategy and brand management are much bigger and require specific skills and education. Most likely, her alleged victims didn't check out her credentials closely, as the insiders she knows in the business provided her the ability to be whatever she presented herself to be. But it is always good in business to vet anyone calling themselves experts before handing them large sums of money. As for my business advice for Miss Civil, and I have to say I have no dog in this fight, so no one need be sensitive or take this personal, I would advise her to humble herself, admit fault in a way that perhaps won't land her in jail for a felony fraud case, and make restitution without admitting guilt. I'm sure all of these accusers would be glad to settle quietly with her if she just came clean, instead of accusing them of lying about her. She actually made statements about the rapper Joyner Lucas and others, claiming that she did provide services to them, but she never produced any receipts to back it up. She also criticized them, which is not a good PR strategy, especially if you don't show proof. I don't know any PR pros who would suggest responding the way she did to her former clients. Not a good look. I would finally advise that she look at my video on Brother Polite. I genuinely wish her well. That's it for now. Until the next video, my business warriors, war and peace.
I need you 100%. Sugar daddy.